Welcome to the newsletter. Ukraine calls for closed sky after massive Russian ambush. On Channel HT New, Kiev calls that it is time for the West to help establish a no-fly zone over Ukraine to protect it from Russian missile attacks. No need to make excuses and delay important decisions. It's time for Europe to close the sky over Ukraine. For their own security too, Mikhailo Podolyak, an advisor to the President of Ukraine, called on Twitter on November 16. Mr. Podolyak said that Russia was responsible for the large-scale missile strikes against Ukraine and also for the growing risks to Ukraine's neighbors. Ukraine's Defense Minister Oleksii Reznikov further commented that the crash of a missile on the Polish border on November 15 was something that Kiev foreshadowed in advance. "We have offered to close the sky because the sky has no borders," Reznikov stressed. This is not the first time Ukraine has asked its Western allies and partners to help establish a no-fly zone. The offer was even made almost immediately after Russia launched a military operation in Ukraine in February 2022. However, the West has so far not been interested in this proposal of Kiev. Speaking to the press on November 16, German government spokesman Wolfgang Buchner said that Germany and its NATO partners do not plan to help close Ukrainian airspace because of concerns that such a move could lead to direct conflict between NATO and Russia. "We and all our allies are of the same opinion that we want to avoid an escalation of the conflict in Ukraine," Buchner said. For his part, Finnish Foreign Minister Pekka Haavisto said he did not rule out the possibility of discussing with NATO the scenario of closing Ukraine's airspace. "Finland is not a member of NATO, but has applied to join. I will certainly discuss the issue of closing Ukraine airspace," Haavisto confirmed, adding that if this scenario happened, any aircraft entering the no-fly zone could be shot down. On the other hand, he admitted, this is not an easy task because it requires huge reconnaissance resources. The issue of setting up a no-fly zone in Ukraine is hot again after the recent large-scale missile attacks by Russia. According to data from the Ukrainian Air Force, on November 15, Russia launched a total of about 100 missiles and used at least 15 suicide drones for the largest ever raid on Ukraine. The raid destroyed a series of energy infrastructure, leaving about 10 million Ukrainians without electricity. Kiev claims to have intercepted most of Moscow's missiles. However, at the same time, a rocket fell on Polish territory, killing 2 Polish citizens. While Ukraine insisted it was a Russian missile, Moscow and other Western countries began to attribute the deadly explosion in Poland to a Ukrainian air defense missile. Kiev on November 16 requested immediate access to the site of the missile crash to coordinate the investigation. Secretary of the Security and Defense Council of Ukraine Oleksii Danilov said Kiev is ready to present evidence to prove Moscow is responsible for this incident. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, share to support and update the latest videos from the HT News channel.